A praying mantis always looked innocent to me. Just a green stick with folded hands. A gentle creature meditating in the middle of the leaves. Silent, peaceful, almost holy. But the moment I started actually studying this creature, everything I thought I knew shattered. Its design looks almost alien, out of a sci-fi movie. They are so precisely engineered by nature that looks almost alien to us. A creature so quiet, so precise, so unnervingly aware, that sometimes it looks like it's praying for the crimes it's about to commit. Evolution works differently for this creature, because beneath that calm posture is not a prayer, it's a calculation, not devotion. Welcome to the world of the praying mantis. Nature's silent hitman, the prayer that isn't a prayer. The name praying mantis comes from the way it folds its arms. People thought this little creature was spiritual, as if it was offering prayers to the sky. And sometimes, when a mantis bows its head completely still, it looks like it's praying for forgiveness, like a monk meditating on the violence it's about to unleash. But don't be fooled. This isn't guilt. It's focus, preparation. The green monk isn't asking for mercy. It's planning and execution. The praying mantis belongs to the class Insecta, order Mantodea, a lineage that emerged during the early Cretaceous period. Their closest living relatives are cockroaches and termites, together forming the superorder Dictyoptera. The earliest known mantis ancestors, primitive species like Santon mantis and Cretomantis, didn't yet have the iconic raptorial forelegs. Instead, they resembled elongated, predatory roach-like insects with simple grasping limbs. Over millions of years, natural selection sculpted their front legs into spiked killing tools, refined their neck structure to allow nearly 180-degree head rotation, and evolved their advanced compound eyes. Mantises are old, very old, 120 million years old. They hunted long before humanity existed, before cats stalked forests, before eagles mastered the skies. They have survived mass extinctions, climate collapses, continental shifts, ice ages, the death of dinosaurs. Fossils also show transitional species like amber mantis, preserved in ancient amber, revealing the step-by-step transformation from ancestral roach forms into the modern, hyper-specialized mantis. While dinosaurs rose and fell, Mantodea continued evolving in silence, perfecting ambush, predation, camouflage, and stereoscopic vision. Today's mantis is not a sudden creation, but the final chapter in a million-year evolutionary experiment. Before we go any further, I want you to try something. Look at this shot, and try to find the mantis. Go on, I'll wait. Found it? If yes, congratulations. You have elite eyes. If not, don't blame yourself. These creatures are ridiculously good at camouflage. Mantises don't just blend in. They become the leaf, the twig, the flower. They sway with the wind, mimic textures, copy shadows, and disappear so perfectly that even trained researchers miss them in plain sight. So, if you couldn't find it, trust me, that's not your mistake. That's the mantis being the master of camouflage it has evolved to be. But their genius isn't just their appearance. It's the illusion of motion. Mantises sway gently, as if moved by the wind. They mimic leaves so perfectly that other animals don't realize they're staring at a predator. Then there are the legendary illusionists. Orchid mantis looks exactly like a flower. Even mimics petal shimmer. Ghost mantis, a creature that looks like a dried leaf with hollow shadows carved into its body. Devil's flower mantis, a psychedelic monster that unfolds like an alien. These creatures don't hide. They deceive. They don't run. They blend. With camouflage this perfect, the mantis becomes a living optical illusion, designed by millions of years of evolution. But what if I told you that sometimes the mantis is not the hunter? Sometimes it's the host. There is something living inside certain mantises. Something long, something that kill with control. Meet the horsehair worm. A parasite so thin it looks like a strand of living wire. So long it coils inside the mantis's body cavity like a nightmare folded into itself. The mantis doesn't know it's there. It hunts. It eats. It lives normally. But the entire time, its body is no longer its own. The worm enters when the mantis is young, usually through contaminated water or prey. At first, it's microscopic, harmless, invisible. Then it grows and grows, until the mantis is no longer a mantis filled with organs, but a walking container for something else's future. By the time the parasite reaches maturity, it can be several times longer than the mantis itself, folded impossibly inside its host like a biological paradox. There is no pain response. Evolution never prepared the mantis for betrayal from within. But the worst part isn't the growth. It's the ending. When the worm is ready to reproduce, it needs water. The mantis, a terrestrial predator, should avoid water at all costs. Instead, it walks straight toward it. Studies show the parasite rewires the mantis's nervous system, altering neurotransmitter levels and hijacking instinct. The mantis doesn't panic, doesn't hesitate. It calmly approaches a pond, a stream, a puddle, and jumps. The moment the mantis hits the water, the worm emerges, bursting out of its body like a living extraction cable and continue its cycle. Sometimes, the mantis survives. Often, it doesn't. Either way, the mantis never chose this. This isn't predation. This is puppeteering. Free will is fragile. It is chemistry, electrical signals, hormonal balance, and evolution has produced organisms that can rewrite it. The mantis didn't lose a fight. It lost authorship over its own actions. In nature, even the hunter can be hacked. And sometimes, the most terrifying monster is the one pulling the strings from inside. When you look at a mantis, you'll always see a black dot in its eye staring right back at you. That's where the nightmares begin. But here's the twist. That dark spot isn't real. It's an optical illusion created by how light enters its compound eyes. No matter where you move, the illusion shifts, so the mantis always looks like it's staring straight at you. It's not just visual, it's psychological. But beyond illusions, the mantis carries something far more advanced. True 3D vision. Mantises have stereoscopic depth perception, a feature almost no other insect has. They can calculate distance, measure speed, predict motion vidi, and decide the perfect moment to strike her, all in a fraction of a second. The detail they see is so precise that researchers built AI algorithms based on mantis vision. The mantis doesn't see the world like a bug. It sees like a hunter. The strike faster than thought. The praying mantis is one of the only insects on Earth that can rotate its head 180 degrees. If you blink right now, you'll miss the fastest execution in the insect world. A mantis strike happens in 50 to 70 milliseconds. Humans can't react faster than 100 milliseconds. Its strike is a fusion of physics and muscle that traps prey inside spiked claws like a medieval torture device. The victim has no escape, no time to struggle, only a silent, fast end. This is not an insect that chases. It's an insect that ambushes. It chooses the perfect moment, then deletes its target from the timeline. Now we arrive at the moment that made the praying mantis infamous. The act people call romantic cannibalism. The meme version is simple. Male plans for babies. Female eats him. End of story. Practically, mantises can't feel emotions. They bound to nature's law. When a male mantis approaches a female, he knows something we often forget. Life does not always move forward. without cost. He moves slowly, carefully, not because he is afraid, but because this moment matters. Sometimes, after ritual, the female eats the male. Not always, but often enough that evolution took notice. This is not cruelty. It is not intention. It is trade. The male gives what little time he has left, so that the next generation has more. His body becomes nourishment, fuel for eggs that have not yet seen light. Life exchanged for life not yet born. In this way, the mantis does something quietly profound. It chooses continuation over self. While we build cities, mantises adapt. Urban mantises hunt around streetlights. Some species are expanding into new climates. Others are changing color tones to blend into concrete and metal. Creatures as ancient as this don't disappear. They evolve. They shift. They watch. If this episode opened your eyes to the hidden world of the praying mantis, hit that like button so more people can experience this. Subscribe for the next deep dive. Thanks for watching.